We're joined by Aimee and Tammy. It's very cold, and the weather was dreadful. We've lost 3-2 to Richmond Kew. We were 2-0 up, and maybe we can talk about whether we deserved more out of it or how that happened, that we ended up on the losing side. But we've got to get the weather out of the way first.
Yeah.
That was atrocious conditions.
Yeah, I think when I walked on, before anyone had even really stepped foot on the pitch, I already knew that by the second half it was going to be a swamp, which is what it was. I think my entire side was just squelch.
Yes, there was one point where Emily played a ball out to you because you were playing on the right bit today, down this side, and I thought it's a ball to absolutely no one, and then I realised it was you, but your back was entirely covered in mud. You were camouflaged. Yeah. Tammy, first appearance for you as well, but you obviously started off on the sidelines as well. That must have been freezing.
Yeah, it was pretty cold, not going to lie. But I think, as the conditions deteriorated on the pitch in the second half, I think, I wanted to come on, make my debut, but also really scrap. That's what it was like. It was a real mud bath. And I think, maybe in the second half we lost a little bit of intensity, but, we really fought in that, and the conditions weren't brilliant to play our football as well.
Sure.
And I think that played into their hands as the pitch cut up.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, we went into a 2-0 lead. It was both of them nice goals from Emily and then from Maria. And also their keeper made a few saves, although fair to say that we lived slightly dangerously as well. They hit the bar and a couple of things went on. But coming into half-time, 2-0 up, that felt fair enough. We felt like good value for it, I think.
Yeah, I think the team talk at half-time was just keep doing what we're doing. It was working perfectly. Like, the fluidity of play despite the conditions was excellent. I thought the midfield were just looked so solid, and we were all over them. We were just playing our game. And that's kind of
Okay, and I mean, we'll put in the statutory word for the ground stuff at this point as well. It was good to get the game on, but also, despite the weather being atrocious and the pitch being really muddy, the ball was travelling across it reasonably well. We were able to play football on it. There were a few people slipping around, but it's good.
Yeah, I think that comes down to our intensity and desire in that second half. I think once we conceded the first one, maybe our heads dropped a little, and I think we didn't necessarily carry through some of that first half momentum like we should have. But it was a brave performance, and I think we're going to learn from it. I think we've had a lot of words already in the changing room about doing better and learning from those mistakes that meant that we lost today.
Okay, and you made a difference when you came on. You did that thing about putting yourself around in midfield when took a free kick at the end as well.
Yeah, I have to say taking a free kick was not ideal because the ball was basically lost in the mud. But I think I came off with mud all over my face as well. So it was one of those days. But as I say, I think we've talked about what we want to do better and how we want to not let those kind of leads slip, because we have the quality up front. And I think it's just about that solidity and being a team. And so it's been great to be part of it. Everyone's been so welcoming. Alice is such a brilliant coach, so I'm really pleased and excited to be part of the first team and Clapton more generally as well.
Great. Okay, we move on to next Sunday. We've got another home match as well, so put things right then.
Absolutely, yeah. Cup game. I think we can feel ourselves building as a team a lot more recently as well. Obviously we had such a massive break, and as Egla was saying last week, we've been putting a lot of work in, and the quality at training just feels really, really good. And I think in the first half today, we kind of displayed that. So yeah, like Tammy says, we'll be bringing that into next week.
Yeah, and the fans as well, even in the cold, in the wet.
Gosh, I would never.
Yeah, I mean, they kept the noise going all game, and that's so important. So we'll definitely need that, especially in a cup tie next week.
Great. Okay, we'll be here. We look forward to seeing you both as well. All right, thanks a
lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.